Welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz F1 2017 Career Mode Season 7. We are, of course, into Round 17, the United States Grand Prix. Let's go into this right away. Best qualifying has ever been here. This 8th position. That came last year in our World Championship winning year for Toro Rosso. And, of course, we've finished 3rd at this Grand Prix twice. We're aiming for our 12th pole of the year, our 8th victory of the year. And, of course, our last 6 Grand Prix have resulted in no victories. Ever since we've changed this damn helmet, we've had a bit of bad luck, it seems. But we're going to ignore that and hope for our very first pole position here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. A fantastic race circuit, a race circuit that I have been to before and loved every minute of it. And hopefully I can love every minute of this Grand Prix weekend, as we need to catch that man in front of us, Sebastian Vettel. 59 points we are behind in the World Championship right now, with only 4 Grand Prix remaining. We need to win every single race moving forward for the rest of this season if we want to have any shot at winning back-to-back World Championships. Our chances are very slim, but we are not going to give up. We could actually officially be out of championship contention if we have a bad race this weekend and Vettel goes on to win. But we are, again, not thinking about that. We are thinking about the prospect of challenging for the victory and the prospect of staying in this, because we want to keep this number 1 on the front of our red car next season. As at the moment, we've got a Hamilton on pole. Ferrari have been on pole in every single race this season so far in 2017 Season 7. So Hamilton pushing for the very first non-Ferrari pole here. He's currently got his nose ahead. Can we steal it into the last corner? I don't think we're going to. Oh, no, we're not. So it's going to be the very first time a Ferrari is on a pole this year. And we ended up getting 4th. And they're happy with that. I thought we had to be in the front row. But, interesting. I think that will put us on the inside. So that's a positive. And we missed out on pole by 3 hundredths. Vettel missed out on by 3 hundredths. So, out-qualified. Oh, Bottas is our new rival, by the way. I should mention that. Anyway, let's get into the race. And we're going to do that now. Alright, we have to win this race, folks. We have to win this Grand Prix. And we've got to hope that Vettel, you know, we're going to at least take 10 points out of him, you would feel. So, 4 rounds to go. 59. Well, we need to take 12 out of him each race, don't we? So we need to take 15 out. Well, we need to be in like 5th every single Grand Prix, basically. And we need to win every single one. And Hamilton needs to be like 3rd. So, yeah, our chances are Buckley's, but we're going to try our very best. It's our best ever qualifying here at the Circuit of the Americas. We put the upgrade on the car. It's going to be due in by Abu Dhabi. So there's a positive there that it will be in by the end of the season, and that should give us enough points that we can then put another upgrade in at the start of the season. So, alright, it's win or bust. And we're going to obviously try not to lose any parts of the car as well. So, we're going to try our best here. We're not going to try anything stupid with Seb. Obviously, Lewis we've got to contend with as well. Finished 3rd here twice before. Never finished higher than 3rd. It's a race we've never won. And we're going to try to break that little quacky duck right now. We need a result. We haven't won since Britain. We haven't been on the podium since Belgium. So, here we go. Alright, inside line. That's what we want. Rich mode off the start, even though it's not the most efficient there. We should have really changed engine, but too late now. We've got a perfect look at Vettel going into turn 1 on this epic turn 1 here. Great start by Bottas. Vettel's taking the lead, though. That's not good for our championship. We can dive bomb up through here, the inside. Can we take the lead? Can we take the lead? Whoa, Vettel's going to go right into the side of me. I'm going to drive right around the outside of him. And we take the lead of the US Grand Prix. That is what we needed. A great start. No damage to the car. Bad news, of course, is that Vettel will be in 2nd position. But, look, we can worry a little bit about that later on. Right now, we just need to win the Grand Prix. Obviously, we can't win each of these last races and have Vettel be in 2nd. That will not be enough for our championship. But we can worry a little bit about that later on. At the moment, all I care about is winning. We've switched it back out of rich mode to save that fuel, and hopefully we can have Bottas. Bottas getting in 2nd would be perfect, of course. Hamilton dropping back in terms of he'd be at least 4th, I'm guessing. Which, again, we know realistically, if this is in real life, they would ask to swap positions, as Bottas mathematically, I think, can technically win it, but he's got even less chance than I do. As we find ourselves here in front, exactly what we wanted here, exactly what we needed. No damage to the car. The perfect start. And hopefully we can have a drama-free remainder of this Grand Prix to win our very first race in the USA. I think, as I said a few rounds ago, it's only 6 races we've never won before. This is one of them. This, Abu Dhabi, the Australia, Bahrain and Singapore. The only Grand Prix we're yet to win. And I know technically Japan and Monaco and Hungary all came off the back of ringing it, but we know we were going to win Hungary this time around. And Japan, I think we could have won too. So it's only really Monaco that's really that bogey one, even though, again, technically my records will show that I did win the Monaco Grand Prix with that assistance, but hey, who cares? The 1.8 clear of Vettel, which is good in case we get some sort of bullshit penalty moving forward. In terms of cutting the track, you know, sometimes they can be a little bit strict if you put a wheel off the circuit. I was so happy earlier this season about getting all these 1-2s, but now they're definitely biting us in the butt. And if we do lose this World Championship by 16 points, then you're going to have to definitely look back to Hungary and Belgium as our 2 main culprits of that. But then again, I'd look at definitely Bahrain as well. And I'd also even have a bit of a gander at Italy. So 32 points really that I definitely feel we've lost. Not even, well, more than that in Bahrain. We were 3rd. So 10 points lost there. So 34. If we lose the championship by 34 points, we know where we've lost it. So, yeah. So we stretch our little legs out here at the front. Come on, Bottas. Overtake Seb. Never thought I'd say that. Fastest lap. 137.078. Can we go under 137? I think we can. We only need to find 700ths on this lap, and I think that's doable. We're not even in rich mode on our engine. So, that's good. Mexico next round, of course, and I believe I've won the last 2 Mexican Grand Prix from memory, have I not? Never gotten pole there, though, I believe, so we're aiming here for our 8th Grand Prix win of the season. If we win the remaining 4 of the season, even if we don't win the World Championship, it'll be our most we've ever won in a year, 11. It should be interesting to note that I would have won 11 Grand Prix of the year and not won the World Championship. Last year I won 10 and won the World Championship, so interesting. Interesting times. I'm going to put that up to rich mode for our next lap to really stretch out the legs. We come into this sort of half hairpin. We've lost 6/10 on this lap compared to our fastest lap. Interesting. We're not going to go under 137 this lap, it seems. Unless we can find like 8/10 in this final sector, which I don't think we will. So I don't know where we've lost the time. I don't really feel like I've done a bad lap. According to the timing sheets we have. We're going to try our darndest here. Into the last corner now. Push ourselves wide. Rich mode we go into. We're a full second slower than our last lap. We are now going to push to go under the 137 mark, but not to the point where we're going to bin it, because as I said, well, I didn't say it, but we've done it previously where we've tried to go for a record-breaking lap, and I've stupidly run myself off the circuit. And that's the last thing we want here, as I push myself wide there. 4/10 down. That's what I mean. I get a little bit ragged by doing stupid things like that. I've got the gap on our teammate. But again, championship-wise, it's just not going to help us because we really needed him to be lower than that. I have to find some subtle little ways to move across on him to push him wide at certain points without trying to damage our car. Without going full chop, of course. Anyway. Wow, 8/10 down with rich mode on. Vettel closes in again. Just Running ourselves slightly ragged here. Big slide. I think we are not going to set another fastest lap. Whoa, was I a little bit onto the curving there. It's not about the fastest lap though, Ben. We've already set that. It's all about the race victory here today. First time to win with this new red helmet. Thank you, Jeffrey. Well, it's going to be the result that we needed. That obviously we most desired. But again, we saw what happened in Belgium and Hungary. I had both those races locked in the bag, and 2 moments of inattention cost me guaranteed wins on those. So I'm going to breathe a sigh of relief until I see that checkered flag. Because right now, I have to hold on to this. Again, there's a bit of inattention there. Ben, I don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing. Vettel is catching ever so slightly, but I've still got a big enough lead on him. Nowhere near the DRS zone, of course. And we've got the pace to stay ahead of Seb, but we need this win. Any glimmer of any hope that there is of winning this World Championship has to ride with us. At least, worst case, let's take it to the last round, because then you never know what can happen. We can be a complete dick into the first corner and try our luck. But this is going to be a good feeling. Final turn now. We are going to win ourselves the US Grand Prix, our 8th of the season, and finally the duck is broken after the bad streak. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Whew. That's a big relief. That is a big, big relief. And just like I could have waited for in Hungary to see me pump the air with this helmet on, I'm going to see it now. Maurizio, a happy man. Yep. Shake hands. There you go. There's the helmet. Looks a lot better like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Does if you ask me. 3 rounds to go. And, yeah. We'll see how we can at least fare. Good job, Ocon. Nice pink helmet. There we go. There's a happy man. Not who's second, though. That is a terribly looking trophy. Ugly looking thing. Alright. Spray it up. Yep. Give Bottas the shits. Fuck you, yeah, fuck you. Oh, give me a kiss. Oh, yeah, I really want you. No, right. Alrighty, there we go. I want to actually take a look at the replay here for once. I want to see how I took the lead here. So I get off the line well. The Red Bulls get very racy. Got a clear path there. The Mercedes of Bottas goes through. And if you look here, oh, sandwich out of it. And just very racy, and I just aggressively go past Vettel. Well, I had his number. So Bottas, Hamilton drops now. So at least take 13 off Hamilton. At least we can get his second. So 52 points now off Vettel with 3 rounds remaining. So I have to outscore him next round, otherwise he will win the World Championship over me. Well, I'll mathematically won't win it, but he'll be mathematically ahead of me. And Lewis, of course, there. Now, I'm not going to match my points tally from last year, interestingly enough, either. Anyway, alright, Constructors, we move ahead slightly there. So we haven't quite won that yet. So, anyway, we're chipping away. Chipping away. Chipperoo. That's all we need to do. Because I'm rhyming with you. Don't know, just ignore me. I thought we were over making silly little rhymes like that. Now, we will get a nice boost of points there. I'd like a sponsorship bonus, would be nice. Move ourselves back up there. We want to get back up into purple, of course. And our career score gets a nice little boost there too. Cool. Alright, so we're off to Mexico. Next round, Like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll try our very best to keep whittling away. 3 rounds to go. Can we somehow pull off a miracle to win this championship? And we'll find out soon. Casual Gamer Ross. Good night.